Fazia Ouhla, CFO and co-founder of UB Fitness, coming from the Fitness Cricket Club in Georgetown, Ghana. I'm here today with the club secretary, Graham Ali, who has agreed to give me an interview and an insight into his very famous cricket club. Hi Graham.
Hi, welcome to the club.
Thank you very much. Right, if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself and how the club came to existence.
All right. Well, firstly, my name is Graham Ali. I'm the secretary of the club. This is actually the oldest club in the Caribbean. It was established in 1858. Mm-hmm. The club was actually established but played at a different ground,
okay.
Which was Parade Ground in Georgetown.
Right, okay.
This was back in the colonial days,
right.
And the majority of the cricketers were either part of the police or the army,
okay.
you know, and they obviously used to play cricket at the weekends and so on.
Okay.
A little later down, the land here, which is border,
mm-hmm.
was donated to the club for the purpose of cricket.
Right.
And opposite us is actually the Georgetown Football Club,
okay.
and they had a piece of land dedicated to football.
Okay.
So this is how the border ground for both cricket and football came about.
Okay.
We've had a long history of cricket here. I think most cricket fans and cricketers would know of border.
Okay.
We played test matches here. We played international one days. We've had some many memorable games here.
Okay.
We've had some very famous Guyanese and Georgetown cricket players come out of the Georgetown Cricket Club.
Yeah.
So we have a very long history, and we intend to keep it going.
That's good.
Currently, we have Leon Johnson
Uh-huh.
and Vishal Singh, who are two of our cricketers who have come through the junior ranks
Right.
and are now fighting to become international players. Leon Johnson has actually played for the West Indies.
Okay, that's good.
Vishal Singh is a national player, but he is now fighting for a place within the West Indian cricket.
Okay, right. So, Hall is known for its first-class cricket.
Yeah.
So what makes it so special here?
Well, I'm a little young. You probably need to find a few more older members. I started coming here at a very early age. Probably didn't appreciate the cricket that I was watching.
Right. Okay.
I have seen Alvin Calcharan, I've seen Rohan Kanai, I've seen Dennis Lilly here, but I guess because of my age, maybe I didn't appreciate it as much. But we still have very senior members who remember those days, remember the atmosphere at border, the camaraderie. Anytime you talk about border to a Guyanese, they always say about the atmosphere. And everyone that has ever watched a game at border remembers exactly which stand they were in and exactly which seat they were in.
Wow.
And some of them even know the people that they were sitting next to. And we were going back many years.
Right, okay. So, can you share with us some of your top moments at this club?
Myself personally, or the club? As
I said, you and the club. What you've experienced.
Well, as I said, we've seen some very famous international games here.
Right.
Andy Roberts has played here. You know, I can call a lot of famous West Indian cricketers.
Right, yes.
Carl Hooper came out of the Georgetown Cricket Club.
Okay.
You know, there are many funny stories, some which I can't repeat. Some, you know, people still remember behind Rohan Kanai, which is one of the newer stands. We used to have the big trees out there, and during cricket, the guys who couldn't get tickets would climb up the tree.
Oh wow!
You know, you know, and there's a lot of stories behind that.
Yes.
So as I said, and I think that is what people love about border. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a memory of what went on here.
Okay. So, aside from being the only cricket stadium in the world that is below sea level, what makes your grounds even more unique?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, as I said, the atmosphere here is always good. In fact, even now we have a new modern national stadium, and although we're a little behind them, our actual ground itself and wicket is still holding its own. After all these years.
Right. Yes.
We don't actually have international cricket at Border anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Which has happened to many places, many cricket grounds. The modern stadiums have taken over.
Right.
We still have club cricket.
Okay.
We have a first division, second division. We have our juniors.
Okay.
And we are still producing cricketers at this ground.
That's good. The first match ever played was the World versus the West Indies.
Right.
So who played that day? Do you know? How good is your history?
No, I can't name those names off the top.
You can't name those. Okay. But maybe later when we go around and have a look.
I can show you some.
You can show us some. Okay. Right. You hosted the first test match in February 1930.
Okay.
Yeah? Against England, and won by 289 runs. Where George Headley scored a century in each innings. It is before our time, but yet I'm sure the older generation have passed stories down. Have you heard any stories about that particular match?
The 1930s.
The
very first game. As I said, there are many stories that go around, but I can't particularly pick one for that year or that particular game.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there must be some people still around there.
There are many senior members that are still around. Some who were playing cricket.
Okay.
We have a camaraderie here still with the cricketers.
Right.
In fact, we had an English team visit us recently.
Okay.
They were from Surrey.
Okay.
And they call themselves the Guyana UK cricket team.
Oh, so they're Guyanese?
Yeah, sort of ex-Guyanese who live in the
Expat,
UK.
yeah.
And they came down and they wanted to play at GCC, and had to be an over 40 team.
Okay.
And the GCC team actually made up of the 1990 GCC cricket team.
Okay.
So all these guys are over 40 plus.
Right. Yes.
But yet they all came to support the club because it was a fundraising event as well. And the camaraderie between the players who have not played cricket or seen each other for a while, was still, it was still there. You could see them.
Yes.
In fact, the players' changing room after the game had both sides of the teams in there, and they were all exchanging stories. When they were young and when they made this, and obviously all the funny stories come out.
Of course. Okay, so perhaps after at the end of the interview we can have a little walk around.
I can show you all the old photos. Because of the history of the club, we have a lot of memorabilia here. The Australian and South African teams were here recently.
Okay.
We gave the Australian ambassador the photo that we have of the first touring Australian team.
Okay.
And we also gave the South African captain a picture of the first South African touring team. And they were very impressed that we actually had photos like that.
Yes.
So that was a nice event, and the ambassador was very pleased with it and so on.
Okay, that's good. So let's go back to Providence Stadium, which is a new
new national stadium
built in 2007.
Yeah.
So how long did it actually take to build the stadium from start to finish?
I wasn't in the country.
Oh, you wasn't in the country?
No.
Oh, right. So you only came back.
I've been back 6 years. So,
6 years, right? So you don't know about that.
I have no idea.
You have no idea, but it's built now.
Yeah,
and
it is built. It's it hosts all the international games.
So, what effect has this new stadium had on Border and the local community?
Well, I think everybody knows the effect. We do not get the revenue anymore that we used to because of international cricket not being played here. local community. If you asked a man in the street, he would say he would have preferred to come to Border than to the stadium.
Right.
That's to do with transportation and
Yeah.
getting there and then getting home. And obviously the older generation still have that memories and the
Of
fondness
course,
for
of
the
course,
club.
Yeah.
But the stadium has the standard that is required
Right.
to host these games. And unfortunately, some of the clubs like Border, do not have that standard anymore.
Right.
So it's a fact of life, and
Right.
we make the best of it. As I said,
Okay.
we still have club cricket here.
Right. Right. I suppose some would say, well, you have to move with the times. And
Yeah, well, that's all part of it.
the
And,
bottom of it, yes. But still, it's still nice to keep the old things going.
right,
you know.
yeah. Well,
Traditions
it is history, and
history
as
and
I said,
traditions,
it
yeah.
is the oldest club in the Caribbean.
Right.
Barbados did have a club that was a few years younger than us,
Okay.
but that's not in existence
Right,
anymore.
okay.
So we still hold the title as the oldest cricket club in,
Okay.
and we are surviving, and we intend to survive for a
Okay,
much
okay.
longer time.
So, so your supporters are very passionate towards cricket. They also are known to be a little bit volatile than others. Okay. So, why is cricket so hugely important to the community, to Guyanese, to the West Indies?
I think cricket is in every Guyanese, even as a little boy or a girl.
Yes.
When you were at school, when you had breaks, it was cricket.
Right.
When you went home, it was cricket.
Cricket.
When you were at weekends, it was cricket.
Right. Okay.
And the big sporting events was cricket.
Okay.
So no matter who you were, what you did,
Okay.
if there was an international game going on at
Right.
Border,
Yeah.
you would do everything in your power to make sure you got a ticket or you
Okay.
got entry into the ground. So it was the life of the
Yeah,
Guyanese.
yes.
Cricket
I
was
suppose
their
it
life.
was inherited, being a colony.
Well,
the
yeah,
British.
it's part of that as
It's
well.
all part of that.
I guess it allowed people to move up to that position where they felt they have achieved,
Okay.
they've moved up in society
Right,
and that
yeah.
sort of thing. But I think the fundamental of it is that cricket is in every Guyanese, and
Okay.
they love cricket.
Another cricket,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. What do you most love about the cricket
The cricket
industry?
industry. Well, I think these days the cricket is, as you said, is modernizing or moving on. The T20 is a game that I think more and more people are getting hooked on.
Okay.
The old school will complain that it's moving away from the true form of
Right,
cricket, which is
okay.
Test.
Right.
But the T20 games now, even in Guyana when we get them, the stadiums are packed. Everyone wants to go.
Yeah.
So I guess the industry has shown that they can keep adapting and moving
Okay.
on. So I would say, yeah, and they're bringing in new nations, they're bringing in new countries, Zimbabwe, Afghanistan,
Okay.
So bringing in the younger teams,
Right.
so it keeps the cricket going, it keeps the cricket alive.
Okay.
It was always the top four, and
Right, yes.
they were always the ones who would win. And,
Yeah.
these days, it seems that the younger teams and the younger countries are progressing in a very fast rate to catch up with some of the other teams.
Yes. So, if you had a magic wand and could change one thing about the industry, what would that be?
I would say that their decision not to support the historical clubs like Border.
Okay.
There are many around the Caribbean that
Okay.
are struggling and fighting
Okay.
to survive.
Right.
And there's the cricket industry, not that we've exhausted every avenue, but it does not seem to hold those clubs in
Okay.
regard by providing some sort of
Right,
funding
right.
for them to
Right.
maintain their standards.
Right. So, We've had many great guidance players like Lance Gibbs, Ray Fredericks, Colin Croft, Alvin Kalituran, Chandler Paul, Kanai, Butcher, Lambeth, Hooper, Harper are some of the greatest guidance legends, right? In today's cricket, who can we keep an eye on as a future great player? Who is there out there?
Well, obviously I will be biased. Vishal Singh is a young man who has the talent, he has the patience, he has the mentality. He has been making runs, he has a dedication to the game, and I think he will be a future star. Obviously he's from Georgetown Cricket Club, so a little biased. Leon Johnson is there as well. He has achieved being picked onto the West Indies team. So we hope the best for Leon to keep progressing and keep batting and keep making runs and stay within that quality of players. It would be nice to have Vishal to move up as well. Then we would have two GCC boys in the team.
So lastly, but most importantly, what is in store in the future of Border? What does the future hold for the Border Cricket Club?
Well, the cricket club has recently, not recently, sorry, the cricket club has tried to move with times and mold itself into a sports facility. We could have in the old days survived on cricket and hockey and some of the smaller sports. I think the idea now is to obviously stay with the cricket, which we do well at. The hockey we do well at. We're bringing back squash. We're going to bring back tennis. You know, we have martial arts here now. We have not the major form of football, but we have six-a-side teams that come here and play. The executive, which I'm part of, we are now trying to light up the ground, which brings in a revenue stream because in Guyana and many other places, the softball competition or cricket is a big revenue earner. So we're looking at bringing sports of different sports back to the ground to have different revenue sources instead of in the old days when it was the cricket that brought all the revenue.
Okay. So if anybody out there wanted to find out about the Border Cricket Club, where can they go? Is there a website?
We have a Facebook page, which is Georgetown Cricket Club.
Georgetown Cricket Club.
That normally has events that are going on, pictures of games that are going on. You know, pictures of our young cricketers when they play, some of the hockey. So that's one source, and obviously the club is here, so you can call the club if you're local.
So for those who will be looking at this video from abroad, I know you guys are really strapped for cash. So is there any way people can actually donate? How would they go back if they want to donate to
All right, well, we can get contacted on gccguyana@gmail.com, which is the club's email address. That is picked up by the club manager and myself. So if people are interested in supporting us in one way or another, it does not necessarily have to be cash. We are always in need of new sporting gear for all the sports I've just mentioned. In fact, we have just started with a ladies cricket team.
Oh wow!
And they are young ladies who love the game and are
to join it.
yeah, we're enjoying having them here.
I'm too old to join it, right?
But the young ladies are they're in need of sporting gear. But we have a lot of members and friends of the club who support us in many different ways.
That's good.
Some of it is giving gears to young people. Some of it is sponsoring one or two individuals who have talent so that they can continue. A lot of problems with our youngsters at the moment is that they actually all of them work. and most of them work weekends.
Right,
so when we
okay.
have weekend games,
Uh-huh.
they then have to go and ask their
Of course,
employer
right,
to
yes,
come up.
yes.
And it's not like in the old days where
Okay.
the employers used to say, "Oh, it's okay, you can go. You know, it's cricket."
Right, yes.
You know, these days you have to work. So,
Right.
so we try and sponsor a couple of them. We
Okay.
try and provide gears and so on.
Okay,
So
okay.
as I said, it's not just a monetary
Okay.
handout we're looking for.
Okay, okay.
Anything that would
help,
support
yes.
a sports club or a
Okay,
sports facility
okay.
would be more
Okay,
than.
okay. Okay, so for those of you who are watching this video in England, when I get back, I'm going to the Guyana High Commission to see the High Commissioner, and we're going to put on a fundraising event for the Border Cricket Club. And also, these guys are going to be on our app, UB Fitness.
Yep.
We'll get them great exposure to raise your profile. You can put all your events on, so you can get all your kids to download
Right.
the app, and we'll make this a great place once again what it was before. So Graham, I'd like to thank you ever so much for doing this interview with me.
My
And
pleasure.
it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you ever so much. Thank
That's
you.
okay. My pleasure.
You cut that.